Recording.
If they say liches get stitches.
Liches get stitches.
Oh my god.
I mean, what do they have to stitch? They're made of bones.
You know what?
Maybe there's
No, she's kind of right.
Pieces.
So last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. So, Bastion. Oh, shit. Hang on. I hate it. One more second.
You know, they say if your DM goes up 15 minutes late, you got to you get to fight the big bad evil guy immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that somewhere.
No, it's I forgot to open a tab. My apologies.
I can't believe you.
Oh, like the soda?
Huh?
I'm too old. Oh my god, I need Carolina back. Like native references.
And it's not opening for some reason. Oh shit! What did I just do? Well, okay. I think I can use my phone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes.
It's Google Drive won't open on my computer for some reason. But that's what phones are for.
You know, back in my day, we had to make a phone call to get the internet over the lines. And one guy used Serial to get free Wi-Fi.
Is it Serial?
If the first hacker was a guy known as Captain Crunch, it's one of the funniest stories. Highly recommend looking into it. Future Bailey, look into it now. It's hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, Future Bailey, look at it now. That's funny.
In like 4 months.
I'm only a month and a half behind.
And Bastion has a heart attack.
Bastion doesn't have a heart to have an attack with.
Oh, you're like the lion. Wait, no, shit.
Wait.
And then. Oh.
Are we talking about Lionel Johnson? Or just the Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe?
Wish we were talking about Lionel Johnson.
Or the.
I can imagine that Lionel Johnson has just been hanging out, intentionally not helping. My favorite fan theory.
I finally bought my first Warhammer minis.
Yo, what'd you buy?
Oh no.
It was Astra Militarum, because I like the idea of. Well, I like Blood Angels. I like the idea of just a bunch of guys doing their best and dying over and over again. And then I was like, I could make the minis look like actual army guys and give them, cans of Monster and Marlboro Reds. So.
See, the Blood Angels are fun until they turn towards you and call you Horus. Then it's not fun anymore. Mm-hmm. No one is starting to think how thirsty they are.
Who the fuck is Horus?
Why did the Emperor not realize that his name was Horus Heresy?
He should have known from the name.
It truly is the Warhammer 40,000.
So I heard of.
There really are 4,000 Warhammers.
I heard of one. I don't remember what kind of alien it is. It's like Gene Stealers, I think. But I still don't know anything about lore, basically. But them, after they eat too many Blood Angels, and everything starts to look like Horus for them, too.
The kids.
Oh my god. I think my monitor just died.
It would be the Gene Stealers that do that.
The Gene Stealers don't eat. They're a little more. They're
they're a little more sensual.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, no.
No, the fuck they aren't. Gene Stealers just fucking walk around and murder things. You're thinking of
Gene
fucking...
Gene Stealers fuck.
No, they don't.
They do.
They do not.
The Gene Stealer cults, they go, they infiltrate...
The Gene Stealer cults do. Not the Gene Stealers.
Tomato, potato.
It's not! They're different armies! You're pissing me off.
I thought that the Gene Stealers are just when the Gene Stealer cults get big enough.
What? Do you know about the Tyranids?
Yeah, aren't the Gene Stealers the ones who go, and once the Gene Stealer cult gets large enough, due to the infiltration, that they then, like, do the actual attack to take over, using the Gene Stealer cults?
No. Gene Stealers are just like a basic Tyranid troop.
What?
Yeah, man.
Everything I know is a lie.
I guess so.
Only worse that I can't read. Jonathan explains a lot. Alright, so while she's away, I say we absolutely destroy the time-space continuum. Just everything. Just wreck it.
So, if we're here, then that means we're not where we're supposed to be.
No, we're here, and the other us are also here.
Oh, you already told him. Okay.
Oh, dang it. The teacher's back.
No, it's okay. Sorry.
I don't know.
You heard nothing.
So we can go ahead and skip to that because it won't require a lot of me talking while I figure my shit out. So Bastion, you are still at the house of the satyr, Bastion. Everyone is gone. And the first thing that you notice is that you don't have radiation poisoning anymore, which I forgot to play up the whole time you guys were here.
That's fine. Since I didn't really feel anything, you know?
Yeah. There is still terrible carny atmosphere all around. I don't know if you guys actually went to sleep or if you guys all blinked at the same time and then two of you, Carolina and Pale, disappeared. But you are alone for the moment.
Where exactly am I?
You are, I would say, in between a couple of tents, like kind of behind the fair, but you can still easily see everything and hear everything. You're just kind of out of the way.
Okay, I think I'm gonna get one of my sending stones and try to ring someone. I'm gonna send a sending to Pale.
Okay, roll a D100.
Oh.
A 58, yeah, it easily goes through. Pale, you wake up and hear a rock.
Hello?
Yeah, what you would have heard is Bastion saying, "Hello, Pale. I am still at the Goat Carnival. I am unsure where everyone has gone."
Go ask the goat to... I'm back in the material plane. So ask the goat to send you back. One of his lustful ladies will send you.
Bastion's not going to know what lustful ladies means, but he's going to presume he should just go talk to the goat. So he's going to go talk to the goat.
Okay. You roll up to his place, and Rosemary, the angel, the only one who's not slutty, says, "Oh, hey, I have something to show you if you have a minute."
Certainly. I'm needing to go talk to your boss.
Oh, really?
Yes. It appears that my friends have been sent back to the material plane. I would like to be sent with them.
Oh. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'll be quick. I just really wanted to show off. He, walks into a side tent that is, her place, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you see in here, it is as though a, clockmaker's workshop has exploded 100 times over. Like, you even probably walking in the grass, step on a few things that have fallen to the floor, like gears and cogs and everything. And she shows you a automaton that looks exactly like the ones that Ildor Avarice has. And she pokes it, and their eyes light up, and they look at her. She says, "You know Mr. Avarice, right?"
Yes, I've met Ildor Avarice was the champion in the library, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, I'm quite familiar with him. We visited his town during our stay here in the Feywild.
Right. And you know how it's always Ildor Avarice.
Yes.
Says, "I have done a fun thing that I've..." She's motioned to the robot. "Go ahead." And he goes, "Ildor Avarice." And he says, "I've made him where he can pick up on this and then tell the others to say his name sarcastically now, just because that makes me happy." Says,
I see. That is an interesting way to modify him.
Says, "I picked up a little..." It's she picks up a very, very smaller robot. It probably fits in the palm of her hand. Says, I call them chaos machines because they're wind-ups, you know. And she cranks the thing a few times. And says, and they're kind of like cats. They just knock things off tables and like knock over glasses of water. And she lets a little robot go, and it clunks across the table. And just as she says, pushes another half-made robot off the table, and then plinks around like that. There's a couple of them that I'll show them slapstick comedy and foul-mouthed comedians, and then I just set them loose so they can just go swear at people. It's great.
I think Bastion's just going to look and say, "Is this your first time working with machinery?"
No, that's what I did back when I was alive too. Like when I was before I became an angel and everything. I made this, like, I mean, that's part of what why Abel Lorifriel chose me, because usually it's hedonism strippers, but also pranks and like just good-natured chaos. So I got an iron golem to do some tomfoolery, and it was a fun enough thing that he's like, "Hey, you want a job?"
I see. You've done remarkably well. While I don't really understand the actual modifications to the machines, I think that you've done a fantastic job.
Yeah, it's kind of something that I've invented with a bunch of been consulting a lot of people. I call them personality frames. It's like a net that when you throw things at them, they pick it up. They're still not sentient, of course, but they can see things and then patterns and learn as much as you can without actually having, a brain and everything.
I see.
Then they can teach each other to do the same thing by demonstrating what they know in front of other little guys, and picks up another couple and sets them loose across the table, and one of them just goes loudly, "Fuck!" and then keeps going across. And you hear another one that's been on earlier. It also repeats, "Damn it! Fuck! Shit!" And then there's other little... And she just looks on like a proud mother.
I think Bastion's a little amused because he gets that it's a little funny that it's just a bunch of robots that just walk around and say fuck. So yeah, I think Bastion's just going to nod. Kind of have he's gonna have like his hands just on his hips, just kind of look around. Just nodding like, this is nice.
I approve, yeah. Well, anyway, that was just my show and tell. But, so you can have one if you want. And she hands you a very small man.
Certainly.
Yeah. It's okay, I'll take you to Ildor now. Not Ildor, Jesus. And the one behind you goes, "Ildor Avarice!" And but she walks you to Albal Lorifril's tent. And he's like, oh, hey! You here for the same thing that the Pale was here for a second ago?
Yes, I believe that you sent my friends to the material plane, and I would like to join them.
Yes. So you have to go to the fountain first, but it's a very short trip. One of the girls can take you there, I think. Now, Rosemary, you're already up. Do you want to? And she's like, yeah, sure. So I'll go to Ildor's on the way back. But since it's the last place you have to go, are you ready to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to join my friends as quickly as I can.
Yes. Rosemary takes, your hand, and then she's been dressed in sort of party clothes, but then transforms into a being of light with wings and everything. And she basically picks you up with one hand and flies with you.
Oh.
And,
that's horrible.
Yeah. Listen, she's an angel. She got really strong.
Yeah, that's fair.
You land in a grassy meadow, and there's a path forward, and she just kind of nods for you to go ahead.
I'll walk ahead.
There is a stone-lined pool around a freshwater spring. The surface absolutely flat, except for tiny bubbles that make their way out of the cracks between where the groundwater flows out. And behind the shimmering water, carved out of the same marble, is a statue of an elf, which is the champion of Sylvania, Sir Duncalia. The craftsmanship and detail makes you do like a double take because it looks almost alive. The stone is so thin that you can see light through it because it's just a masterwork and therefore by an elf. Or not therefore, but, A stone in front of the statue reads, Sir Duncalia of Austrazalia and champion of Sylvania, born 1284 Second Era, the day Pelor hid the sun. Died 1263 Third Era, protecting the village of Olnor from Pelorian Crusaders on the day of Vivian's ascent, 2546 years of age. And there's another inscription around the rim of the fountain itself, and it says, those who fight the sun are not for the darkness. We will not be cast into that foundry. We will not be erased, we will not be stolen, we will not become one to die as one. That which would swallow all will choke as we hold hands. May my blade be washed in the blood of the Feywild, anointed in the blood of those who would see the world consumed, and may its own blood wash away the burned scars. Bathe my blade, and then bathe in the screams of those who would burn the world.
That's normal.
Yeah. And you see the beam, as you guys discovered when you were trying to locate yourselves, and you, Bastion, especially, because you always can feel where north is. It's been changing constantly, which has been kind of annoying and unsettling for sure. But you feel, as you read these last words and view the fountain, that you see the beam stay in one place. It is in the northeast right now. Which means, if you're on the material plane, that means you'd be like somewhere on Hirofin, like a different continent, but you're still in the Feywild, but you feel that the Valley of Nine has finally laid itself out for you, and you are no longer bound by its teleporting effects.
Hell yeah.
Rosemary says that she will take you to the material plane if you like, and asks you if there's anywhere you'd like to go. Anywhere specific?
I'm able to return back to the Feywild at any point, correct?
If you have a way to plane shift, yeah.
I'm gonna take out the cube that we got.
Okay. Says, yep, you can go anywhere you like.
Excellent. What thing did she give me? What was the little machine that she gave me?
A little guy.
Yeah, just a little guy.
Okay.
Hey, Bailey, does that mean that if we went here first, that they could have just teleported us to each of the different places and we could have been fine?
The only reason they can teleport you to places, that is one of those, like the eagles from Lord of the Rings. That was a plot device because we'd been here too long.
Fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's some Vox. What's the Ghost in the Machine? It's the
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Deus Vox Machina. I think it's Ex Machina, and then Vox Machina was the change.
Yeah, Deus Ex Machina is God of the Machine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was some plot devices on my part. But yeah, Bastion, you have the cube, and just for brevity's sake, let's say that you can get to where Pale is.
Yeah, I'll just hunt him down.
Yeah. You use the stone and pop into existence near Mr. Pale. So you come upon Pale sleeping just on sleeping mat or whatever. You are in a cave that is dark, lit only by Pale's eyebrows. And also, you feel, since you always know what day it is, you know that you left the Feywild day 35 of 1379 Third Era. But you, being a robot with keen mind, you know that today is 371 of 1378 Third Era.
That's troublesome.
Yes. And based on what your party members have told you, would you like to roll me a history check?
Give me one moment.
Yep.
There's also crazed etchings all over if he's near me.
Oh yeah! What did you... What did you write above you, Pale?
I etched into the ground all around me and on the walls. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here. Just wake me up. Please, Leo, do not touch anything.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
My history, I have a +9.
Damn.
A dirty 20.
Based on what your friends have told you about their past, you know that this is the very day that the show started, the day they got Dennis the Necromancer out of prison, the day that Carolina left for Stone Garden 29 days before the revolution. Bastion, you know that you are still in an underground vault in a coal mine under Kildegrath right now.
Huh?
Yeah. It's Leo and Pale got to Stone Garden day 384 of 1378, 3E, and so you've gone back in time 64 days.
Oh. I see.
Mm-hmm.
That's certainly troublesome. Can I make a history check real quick, just to...
What are you trying to remember?
I'm mostly just trying to think about how bad it would be if I were to go wake myself up.
Yeah, make a history check.
Okay. 16.
You remember that one of the most important things that you guys learned while you were in the library of Ildor Avarice's Mindscape or whatever, that there is such a thing called the clock, capitalized letters, that exists that can change the fabric of time, and you know that Serial, who was the previous champion of Vivian, has the clock, and from when they had to go back in time and save an apocalypse. So, theoretically, if you fuck up the time stream really bad, you could technically fix it. If you can find Serial.
These are very troublesome. Yeah, not good.
So, my passive perception's a 12. Is that enough to wake up when Bastion apparates next to me?
It probably does a little clunking, yeah.
Yeah, we do a little bit of clunking. I can't help it.
You
I honestly,
hear
I think do I apparate right next to Pale?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I really would have just been like, oh, hello, Pale.
Oh, thank God it's you and not Leo. Bastion, I need you to stay calm. I have some crazy news for you.
I'm listening.
So I was thinking, we're in the past. That's not that crazy. I feel like you know that, but...
Yes, I was aware.
Okay. So, this is definitely Pale of 3 hours of thinking, not the player with a week of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
During the revolution, we were told to wait because a sleeping giant was coming. I think we're supposed to go there during the revolution and fight on the side of ourselves and overthrow the mages, but harder. I sent for Ash, by the way. Ash is supposed to be on his way soon. I also don't have magic right now. What's up?
You would have slept.
Magic.
No, I don't have
Oh
magic.
no, that's right. Shit, fuck, right.
I have to kill
Never mind.
someone.
Sorry, yes, you do.
Yeah, so by the way, I have to kill someone, but I got MM with me. Eminem and I are going to kill someone, steal their soul, and then we're out of there.
Have you not attempted to use the dragon soul that we stole?
No, she's actually, I hold up my hand. She's been pretty good right now. She and I had a discussion, a little angsty, but honestly...
You spoke with the dragon that we stole, who was very angry.
Yeah, she was a little bored, apparently.
That would make sense.
Yeah, the whole controlling hundreds of people, now stuck with herself in a ring alone. I act like I'm like trying to cover the ring's ears, but she's a little moody, so I might put her back soon. So yeah, I think we're supposed to try and make our way there, but I kind of want to warn Ash, but I feel like I shouldn't, but I kind of want to.
You hear from the ring, just in your head, Pale. I'll be good, I promise.
Okay.
And you feel her poking your brain and being like, ooh, memories of a revolution, let's dive into those. And
oh, have fun, it gets traumatic in there. Spicy. So yeah, I say we hit up all of our people. Also, do you think we should, like, I don't know, change the course of time, or would that be bad? I feel like Merkul put us here for a reason.
I believe that there are two possible ways that this can go. There are two things. It is either that anything that we do currently now in the present has already happened in our past, and thus that anything that we do will have absolutely zero effect, as it was already meant to happen. Or, we are currently deviations in the timeline, and any act that we do will end up causing irreversible time fuckery.
Hey, Bailey, can I roll for a bootstrap paradox?
You've already done that with the being afraid of chickens.
Damn it!
Huh?
I hate Leo's chickens so much that I was able to instill into myself, my younger self, to be scared of chickens, which is why I hate the chickens so much now.
He messaged himself, but he messaged himself 5 years ago.
Yup.
That's wild.
You ever bootstrap chicken phobia into your own brain? That's what it's like to drive a Ford F-150.
I was just looking at that today. It was electorophobia, I think, is the fear of chickens.
I think ballonophobia is the fear of needles, which is baloney. Sounds nothing like needles.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of really long words is in and of itself a really long word, and I think that that's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Or lisp having an S in it. It's like pottery. It rhymes. So, Bastion, what do you think we should do? You're kind of the smart one here. Should we go mess with stuff?
Hey, Bailey, Bastion's way smarter than me. What the fuck does... Can I make an insight check to see if Bastion knows what the fuck we should do? Because I don't.
Yeah, make an insight or history check.
I'm gonna make that
Do an insight check on me.
Hey, I got a 21.
A 21.
Yeah.
You get the idea that there very likely is some bootstrap paradox stuff going on, but you also get the idea if you directly act in the a big event that has already happened, you get the idea that there will be much less time fuckery if you avoid your past selves. So if you dick around and directly change something on purpose, then there will be time fuckery. But if you go do something separate from what you've already done, then there will be less time fuckery. It all depends on the waves you make. So if you were to go wake yourself up right now, that would change lots of shit.
Right.
But if you go do something else in a different town, that won't really change anything unless you, straight up burn it down.
So there's not going to be the, like, man, it's weird that we heard that you were in these two towns, like, and so, if I go wake myself up, right, that didn't happen, but am I getting the vibe from God? God being Bailey, not Gond. Although Gond is also technically Bailey. Yeah. That am I getting the vibe that I'm free to do anything so long as it's not, like, directly interfering with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically.
Then I'm going to look to Pale and go, my current working theory is that we are free to do anything so long as it does not directly interfere with our current selves.
Well,
I believe that is the safest thing to do.
What would be a good way to build up allies for the two coming wars without interfering with ourselves or the revolution? Even though I really want to interfere with the revolution, I'm going to go with you on this because I don't want the world to be undone and then it get to be even worse.
Yeah.
Wait. One thing we should do is for Gilbert, we should give him a specific No, that wouldn't work. Well, I feel like there has to be. We should try and program a way for Gilbert, Leo's dad, to be deprogrammed. Like a specific phrase or something that he won't even understand.
Where currently is. Would it fuck the timeline up if we talked to someone we already. Like, we met after? Like, if I went and talked to, fucking, what's his name? The robot guy. The mech guy, sorry.
Garfield.
Yeah. Would it fuck the timeline up?
Garfield is currently making his way, from what Garfield has told you in the past, Garfield would currently today be about to arrive or having been arrived in Golgari after escaping Sankrel. He would be currently traveling with the disbanded Campaign 3 party right now.
I see.
So if you were to go talk to him, that means he would know you and recognize you when you met later. But maybe he was pretending that he didn't know you, because Garfield's really fucking weird.
You don't say.
I could also just say, hey, don't do that. Don't recognize, just try not to act like you know me. Please.
You could. Maybe that's how he knew how to fix your voice and accidentally drop that wrench and make Gon talk to you, or maybe that was actually just happenstance. And how much do you trust Garfield to be an actor in front of you when you first meet him for real?
I've literally never spoken to the guy, so...
You've talked to Garfield.
No. I'm sorry, I've spoken to him, I have no fucking... I don't know the guy that well.
Yeah.
Who are people that we know or end up knowing, but that we don't know in such a major way? It's like him, the Merculians, the followers of Tyr. But we shouldn't get too into the gods because their whole civil war is brewing, and who knows what their timeliness setup is.
I believe the best thing would be to speak to people who we've never spoken to before, as that would have zero impact. Will also allow us to make more allies.
True. So where should we head to next?
I've compiled a list of quests as though you were in Fallout and you were to open your Pip-Boy if you'd like me to read them.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Quests. There's Pale's family. They would currently, from what letters do you have of them, Pale, they are also currently in Golgari and about to head north when they find out that you're north. And as far as you know, they heard there was a revolution in Stone Garden and they've scryed on you periodically. And they know you were headed to Thunderscrim, and so last you heard they were headed to Thunderscrim to meet up with you, then you left, and so they've basically just been playing tag, chasing you across the continent to try to meet up with you. Then there's Carolina's sister at the university, who's probably there against her will. Then there are
Didn't we see Carolina's sister, though?
You have met her before. Yes.
Right before I lost my tier power.
It's these are options for their quest hooks for the entire campaign, not just what you could do right now. But you could certainly do them right now. Then you have the stolen souls are going to be taken to a location that Bastion got a vision about. You saw many wooden poles sticking out of muddy water, a body for Yagami, then Stephen's communion blade is reportedly going to be in Rivermouth after Ash is arrested. The fourth long-lost communion blade is out there somewhere. You need to look for the Kraken song. There's ship parts, not sailing ship, but the flying submarine ship. Then at some point, Henry's going to need some sort of machine. And then there's side quests. If you go to the notes section of your Pip Boy, you have these things. There's that something Silent Swamp Skull Lord thing. There's the
there was that existed.
There's the Thunderscram Ghost problem. People have mentioned several times. A song for Leo's family. Then Serial has the clock, and it will be quote quote needed in the convergence, whatever that is. Then the Vivianites are split, and some want to kill King Henry. You have maybe Fel, the Son Corellian spy, is still alive and would know more about the Henry Claudius, Emperor Henry becoming a dark god plot line. Then there is some other person like Bastion. His name was Spike, and he was one of the Son Corellian spies. He was a follower of Pan and just walked into the snow one day, a week before Fel was arrested. Then Eli Locke, the detective, is supposedly going to pull a Snowden sometime soon. Then we also have, what the hell's the courier's deal?
Yup.
And, Pale, make me a history check.
Oh, God. Is it about the courier?
No.
Oh, my God. Oh. That's a 5.
Bastion, you could technically do this too, because you were there. Never mind. Both of you, yeah.
What is it, a history?
Yeah, history check.
14.
Okay. Bastion, you remember that back when you were traveling with King Henry to Golgari, you remember that Pale was questioning, he was pretty sure that he did let Henry read the Maw prophecy, and you're certain of it now. Henry has read it twice and didn't remember it at all the second time. And, how could Henry forget something like that? And then very last but not least, something Terry and Fenwick.
He's my boy, though.
Mm-hmm.
My boy. He's my pretty boy. Who's
we just make friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Bastion, I think right now we should focus on getting a body for Yagami and trying to stop the soul bleed. Then we should... Well, that's where we should start, at least. Because we both now have souls that we want to give bodies to. So, yeah.
That is something that I can work on as we continue going on. Because I saw myself making one, right? I didn't see myself finding one. So this is another project I need to make.
Yes.
Then we should try and find Fel before he disappears. I think in my current state, I could easily convince him that I'm a follower of darkness. He'd feel it all over me. So if we can talk to him, get the whole deal with Claudius and Henry, then...
And Fel also had an automaton with him. He was also
we didn't let him steal it. He already stole it. We shouldn't interfere with that.
But no, there was the mech that a different Son Corellian spy took back to Son Corel.
I thought Fel also disappeared after that.
He was under arrest by the Vivian Knights. Henry let them take him just to get them the fuck out of his castle.
Right. Yeah, we should go talk to Fel, let everything happen that happens, but get some information on it out of him.
Fel also had, for their... What's the artificer thing where they can have a little robot that follows them around in combat?
Oh, a homunculus.
Yeah. Or not even... It wasn't it was like a shield guardian, I think. No... Like there's like a spider crab thing that...
Yeah, it's the homunculus.
Oh. Well,
It's a
his
little-
was dude-shaped. It was just a guy. He named
Just
Rover.
a guy.
Yeah.
She.
And it couldn't talk, but it could shrug. So, just thinking of Robot Men.
Been there. Who among us hasn't?
Among
Us.
Oh my god.
But, yeah, so should we go talk to him and then try and do some other little time? That we can't do anything too major. Yet. But I feel like if we go talk to Fel, and then we go find my family, we work on making bodies on the way, we can get some things done. We shouldn't mess with the Vivianites until Carolina comes back from training the army. By the way, that's what Carolina's doing right now in game.
see.
Yeah, Bailey, you said what? That she's in with the fish person?
Yeah, she's in Fort Truce right now, helping get people to the material plane. And while they're... Because you can only plane shift like 10 people at a time, and there's a couple thousand that want to come to the material plane. So she is...
What?
Hmm?
They want a what?
Oh my god. And so those who would like to join King Henry's army, she is training them while they are stuck in the Feywild waiting for their turn to get plane shifted. Because like, he doesn't like magic. We don't like any magic anymore because we've been trapped in the Feywild for a while. So they have, and their lives are kind of destroyed because they've been slaves for a year or two, or more than
Yeah,
that.
that does tend to happen.
So they're going to make new lives by joining the army, which is a terrible decision in real life, but Henry's kind of cool because it's a fantasy world, so... yeah.
So, yeah, I say let's find Fel before his fall, and then we go find my family. What do you say?
That works for me.
Yeehaw. The real question is, how do we find Fel without messing up and having people meet us? Because we've met everyone in there later.
Currently, Fel would be somewhere in Golgari. On his way here, no one's really had any contact with him at all after the Vivianites take him, which is going to be sometime after you guys got the Thunderscrim. I think it was like the first week you guys were there. It's you.
Yeah.
So it's... You could meet him before you knew him or after you knew him.
I feel like we shouldn't wait too long. Bastion, what do you think?
I believe that the quicker we can get more things done, the better off we will be.
So let's try and find him and reach out to my family in the way if I can. Without letting them know. Without them letting me know that I'm here before him. Not linguistically built for this. I guess let's leave Vixtown. It's our first step.
You guys would easily know that in a day or two you will not run into yourselves because you guys are headed southeast at the moment after picking up Dennis.
I'm still unconscious.
You are still unconscious. You're sleeping in a cave.
Yeah. Big chillin'.
Mm-hmm. However, you guys could easily go through the tunnels to Vixville. It'd be Bastion's first time going through. Yeah. Vixville is a town that is a suburb, subtown of Thunderscrim. It was built by Lord Victor Jaegerin, one of the people who banished Vecna, and a large proponent of explosives and guns. He's the trade commissioner for Thunderscrim. So that's why this town used to be an old Mind Flayer colony, and they basically sealed the colony up and then threw a bunch of explosives and poison down in there, and smoked the Mind Flayers out. Yeah, well, it's cleared out now, but
okay.
Yeah, they built the town inside the old ruins of the Mind Flayer colony, and there's a big like ball of light. You know how like the like in Blackreach in Skyrim.
Yeah.
To simulate the sun for the surface dwellers so they don't go crazy in a cave. You would be able to tell that if there's enough dynamite and gunpowder down in this town, because it's similar to Phandalin. This is like an adventurer hub. There's fighting types down here basically, but these are much saltier than the bright-eyed adventurers in Phandalin. These are rougher, much more mercenary types, and there's enough gunpowder and bombs in here that if it blew, you'd like feel the blast in Thunderscrum basically.
That's normal.
And yeah, you see very salty folks. There's what's called the Hunter's Lodge. It's a big tavern in this town of like 500, and there's heads of every kill in here. If you were to go inside, there's the literal Eye of Vecna is in a glass case that is covered in shape charges. If you go and try to touch it, it'll level the bar. But
that's normal.
Yeah, but the real literal Eye of Vecna is just on display as a trophy in the Hunter's Lodge Tavern.
Jesus.
And everyone who watches you guys come in the tunnel, they look you up and down with like kind of a hard squint out of dusty eyebrows and then spit some tobacco on the floor and keep walking.
It's like a flaccid squint, so fair enough. I guess we're making our way out of there. And, Bastion, can you ride like a horse?
No, I believe I would not. I believe the horse would die.
Get you like a Clydesdale or a Percheron.
I don't know if that would even work, honestly.
Alright, so I'm going to see if I can find anyone that we can get, like, a horse and a buggy or just some sort of thing, like a wagon, just so we can move without just trying to walk and find.
Yeah, you could put him in a cart.
Yeah.
Now let me see if somebody has a cart for sale. Hold on.
Just like throw like a blanket over him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to breathe, which is a benefit.
Yeah, true. I am. Honestly, we could try to pose me as a just like an actual robot.
That feels wrong.
Yeah, there's so fire in Vicksville. Somebody looks at you pale and goes, "Put that out! You're trying to start a fucking blaze?" And then
turn blue, and then white, and then it dies. Just to be aggravating to them.
And then they look at Bastion up and down, and they curse under their breath, "Magic." Ugh, and then walk staunchly away from you.
Do you guys allow smoking?
There's I don't know if you're near the Hunter's Lodge Tavern, but there's one of the bartenders who you recognize as Kit, your old companion's father, coming back from his lunch break or something, and he's like, "You can smoke, but just mind the new parts of the bar." After one asshole fell asleep with a cigar in his mouth and lit the dynamite sticking in his belt, so we had to replace half the fucking bar. And then he sighs and then walks back in to complete his shift.
Give a thumbs up with some fire on the end of it. Just to be a pain. And then, yeah, just go and try and find a, wagon.
Yeah, you go to a general goods store, or what's that called? It's not a livery. A livery.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's the horse rental salesman guy in ye old whatever. Anyway, you can pick up a cart. You can pick up just a cheap cart that'll do for 30 gold, and then what would a horse that'll be good enough for another 30.
Yep, I hand it over and just say, "Here. I'm kind of on the run, so you never met me. Thank you so much. Here's an extra 5. You never met me."
They kind of shrug. "Most of the people down here are on the run, so you're in good company."
Fantastic.
I'm unsure if it's a wise idea to go spreading around the fact that we're wanted. All it would do would draw more unwanted attention to us.
Not in this area. In this area, it's more like a bunch of scumbags that all hate each other and are really ready to kill each other, it seems, but they don't because everything will explode. I mean, I kind of lean over and whisper to him. I mean, last time we were here, I'm pretty sure Leo tried to steal the Eye of Vecna, so it could always be worse.
I see.
Kind of shrug. Alright, hop on the cart, let's go.
I'm gonna step on the cart.
The suspension goes down a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Just the creaking of wood.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an old roller coaster.
Yeah. I went on an old rickety wood like roller coaster. Dude, that shit was scary.
It's great. It's like having a heart attack, but you pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
my granddad broke a rib on the Texas Giant.
Lord.
I was on the Texas Giant a week before that lady died.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Man, I heard about a story. I read a story about this lady who was on one of those rides where your feet dangle, you know?
Uh-huh.
And there was this guy whose hat had fallen off inside, like the gate that goes, "Do not fucking enter. There's a goddamn roller coaster here." So he climbed that fence anyway. And so this woman is on the ride, feet dangling, you know, having the time of her life. And the guy who snuck over the gate found his hat, stood up, her leg collided with his head, decapitated him, broke her leg in 6 places. And you know how, like, when you break your arm, everyone's like, "Oh, how'd you break your arm?" So, how'd you break your arm, lady? I fucking decapitated a guy.
That's pretty cool, though.
Six Flags is a bit of a wild place.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Six Flags, but...
Oh, it was.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember which one. They were like 30, but it was Six Flags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, rough stuff.
Yeah, not the best.
Yeah, certainly not.
Yeah, I guess we're on our way to go find help.
You're on your way. Yeah. So Vixville is not super dangerous. There's the Vix Highway, which it takes you like 6 days to traverse, but it's kept safe by, they have Thunderscrim guards patrolling it. They have Vixville regulars hired to patrol it. So there's even a wire down the entire length of the tunnel that you guys occasionally pass, like guard posts. And if you pull the wire, it alerts them that somebody's like broken into the highway, because it's again just old, very top of the Underdark tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
But so after like 6 days, you guys enter the portal to Nagamesh. You start to see signs on the edges of the highway on little offshoots, and you guys did pass the occasional mining operation or exotic game hunting tunnels. But now you see some that, like, you know, if you take this offshoot tunnel, you'll enter the DOL, which is the Daughters of Lolth zone. But you eventually could pass through the gigantic iron gates to Nagamesh, rigged to close in case anything bursts through the Underdark. But you are back into the softly glowing purple light of all the Duskwood trees. A familiar sight for where you guys met. And you guys have very likely, your past selves have very likely gone south. So I need to keep track of days again. So if today it was 1371, that means, no, not 371, and it takes like 6 days to go through the highway. Let's say it's like 378 today.
Sure. Time doesn't real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bastion's the smart one, not me.
Right.
And Pale's a little bit better at communicating than I am, so...
Don't you have like a 4 in charisma?
Yeah.
Damn. Aren't you a lawyer?
Yeah.
Pale, I just remembered, Without you killing anyone in the tunnels, your sword is very hungry. Are you going to attempt to feed it, or are you going to let it give you points of exhaustion?
I'm going to feed it. I have to feed it. I want to get my powers back.
Bulk gears.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you go about doing that in a tunnel? Which means you're basically going to have to kill another traveler, which you will occasionally pass, or you have to kill someone in Vicksville. Or you could go back out to Thunderscrum and kill someone and then run away.
So this is going to sound a little unethical, but I'm going to try and find someone who looks weak and near death.
Okay. In Vicksville, or like waiting for someone who's traveling to or from Thunderscrum?
Like just outside of Vicksville, like stragglers.
Okay. Yeah. And Bastion, what are you doing while he goes off hunting?
I know Pale has to go kill someone, right?
You can ask Pale all the questions you like.
Like, I'm pretty sure he's repeatedly talked about the fact that he has to kill people with his sword.
Yep.
So I think I'm gonna. Pale, where are you going?
Well, my sword is going to eat me and my soul, and eventually just fully consume me over, I think, the course of a week. So I have to kill at least one person a day, or at least once every like 2 or 3 days. If I find someone who's ready to die, who's already dying, it's like a mercy killing that they're going to die anyway, so it doesn't mess with the timeline. Like a terminally ill person or something.
And you mentioned that you have no magic also.
Yep. I currently have no magic because I need to do a favor for Merkul.
So long as the death is consensual, I won't have an issue with him.
Great. I need to find someone who's consensually ready to die.
Or else it's gonna be a really short session.
Hey, what happened to Pale? He got 7 points of exhaustion because he wasn't allowed to commit murder. Huh.
Hey, look, it's not my fault, it's in my programming. I'm just literally built different.
That was good. That was good. See, I need to go. I just gonna go and try and find, like, is there anyone who's like terminally ill on their deathbed?
Yeah, looking around the fringes, make me a perception or investigation check.
Oh yeah, I think that's a 17. Let me double check. It is. That's a 17.
You find an old drunk man who is coughing and coughing and coughing as he goes behind, like in an alley. Make me a medicine check.
That is a 25.
You easily can tell this man has the Red Death, the same disease that Henry has, and while likely no longer transmissible, because if it was, everyone in town would quarantine him because it's a horrible, horrible plague. But you can tell that as he's vomiting up his liquor and also coughing up blood, he's already pretty old, but it's not long, especially with the life he's living. Henry's only still alive because he has like doctors looking after him, and people in town who also have the same kind of affliction Henry does, the like permanent damage from the Red Death. They're like state-sponsored medicine, because Thunderscrum's a country and a fantasy world, so it's the only place where communism works.
The government does care about its people.
Yeah.
In a fantasy world.
Yeah. So
I'm going to kind of lean down and say to him, I'm a cleric. I'm here to help you. I want to help you pass the other side painlessly. Will you let me help you do that?
Make me a persuasion check.
Son of a gun. Can I recycle the 19? Because that's a 6.
He says, that magic shit away from me.
It's not going to be magic. It's just some herbs, some various things I have with me, and a lot of drugs. Like I have like a very large amount of drugs.
That gets his attention. What do you got?
I take out the baggie of drugs. Like, well, I was with some Merkulians the other day, and they kind of have everything. So what do you want?
He doesn't even hear you say Mercolians. You can see just the grin through the few teeth he has left, covered in blood and vomit at the moment. You see it looks like he's the child who's gotten the perfect toy on Christmas.
So, are you ready to die, though? I want to make sure, are you ready to die?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. That's an 11.
He says, gimme, and then he coughs and vomits some more on the ground.
I hand him the
That's
baggie.
normal.
Yeah, he dips his pinky. You see a long, crooked, smoke-stained coke nail, and he takes some star sugar and snorts it, and you see all the veins stand out in his neck, and he has the I could kill God expression on his face, and just kind of stands there, still wheezing in the alley, vibrating with potential that star sugar gives you.
So
He says, that's what you need. The only thing worth living for. That right there. As he stares up at the Blackreach pretend sun ball.
So, while you're feeling good, you ready?
Persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Give in and die. That's an 18.
An 18. You see his I could kill God expression as he looks into the false sun of Vicksville and pulses with the joy and euphoria that Star Sugar gives you. You see a single tear fall from his cheek, and he goes, Yeah.
I get out MM, and I just try and make it as quick, clean, painless as possible.
Yeah, right through the... I don't know, you chop through his spine or something.
Right through the pinky toe. Yes, spine, that's it.
Yeah, yeah. You feel MM be very happy with you. You know, not as cool as a dragon, but you did give them something. A sick old man. And you feel Merkul give you magic as he goes, I just wanted to know that you could pull a trigger, and it turns out you can. Good on you. Like that sort of a vibe, not the straight words. And the sword, which has minor prophetic abilities, roll me a D100, a religion check.
A D1 religion check. Ooh. That would be that'd be a 7.
A 7. You don't get much. It's more thoughts, feelings, and colors.
Some prayers.
Yeah, you don't feel much from the sword because you're overwashed with Merkul's magic entering you again. The crushing loneliness and emptiness is gone, and it's as though you're drinking a cool glass of water whenever you think about using your magic.
My hands kind of look at this guy. It's like a quick prayer over his body. And gonna take the drugs with me.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't want it to look like he died of an overdose and they come after me.
I mean, they are gonna find the big ass sword wound and
They have no idea. They'll never know.
And you're still out in like a back alley, and he didn't scream or anything, so he went from having 2 hit points to 6, and then promptly died. So
that's how it goes sometimes, you know. Typical Tuesday. So I'm gonna go find Bash and be like, all right, we're gonna go back on the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, you resume.
Rogue again.
You are in Nagamesh. You have... Shit, I need to look at my map again. Now that we're traveling. We haven't traveled in a while. I just crossed over 600 hours in Roll20.
Damn.
Okay, we'll move to Thunderscrim map.
Thunderscrim, I actually think it's pretty happy.
So, you were in Vicksville, you're now in Nagamesh, heading south to if you are meeting up with trying to find them.
Remember, if it happened before recording, you're allowed to just make it up as you go and no one can question you.
No, I'm thinking of it not matching up with recording, but then how much do I care?
That's also fair. It's your world. Listen,
Yeah.
temporal shenanigans, Ildor Avarice just changed it.
Yeah, it worked out. Because I was just thinking, they technically got to Golgari and chilled there for like a week, and then I think they traveled like to Phandalin, and then August just teleported them to Thunderscrab, and I was trying to think about what day that would have happened. But then...
Whenever it's convenient for you.
Yeah. So, you take your horse and cart. Are you guys just going to continue to head south to try to get to Golgari to meet up with them, or what do you plan to do? Because there is a fair chance that you could miss them, but Pale's family is still in Golgari, headed northeast to get to Stone Garden.
And I guess I'll run this by Bastion, is do we try and run into Fel and talk to him? If we miss him, we still go and find my family. Kind of meet cute.
I think it's important that we meet your family, or at least try to.
Yeah. So let's try and get to Fel, and if we fail with Fel, then we at least keep going and get to my fam.
Cool. And do we want to fast track this journey, or do we want to go through it like day by day?
Could we basically just say that like every day I've been working on making a body?
Yeah, sure. Like making
Yeah, like just throughout this trip I've been working on that.
Sure. Roll me a D100. Or no, if you worked on it the entire trip, you would finish it. It's at least are you trying to make just an automaton, like a frame?
I think I would, because I still haven't found anything that like tells me how the fuck to actually put the soul in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah. Okay. I'll make the frame, and then I'm gonna pray to Gond.
Okay.
Let me know how. Yeah. Okay. Just let me know.
Make a religion check.
God, I love being smart. And then I'm gonna +5 it for 21.
From what you've heard of this Spike character, the only other Warforged in existence is that, unlike you, he was created, a soul put into something, and so you feel like if you were to find him and then copy the arcane runes he has, you could put other souls into things. Because you just have a soul in you, because Gond he breathed life into you or whatever.
Yeah, arguably, I don't have. I'm in a weird situation because I don't know if I necessarily even have a soul. Like, I live, right? But like, what does that mean? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Really, it vexes all things.
You can ask Gond about it if you want.
Yeah, can I, as part of that whole religion check I just did, make that also like hey Gond, do I have a soul?
It gives you the idea of Warforged having one put in them, and then he shows you like a meat suit that a mortal would have, and he's like, there are no runes here, and you still have one, and so he makes you look upon yourself and go, close enough. There's the spark of life and intelligence and creativity. It's how could you make something new if you didn't have one?
Interesting.
And you see a great ball of light, and then a tiny piece of that light being pinched off, and then in a vision, like the light goes into you.
Okay, then yeah, after my plate to plate with Gond, I think I'm gonna look to Pale and just go, In order to be able to make a body for the souls, I would need to meet with the Warforged to be able to mimic the runes that are marked across his body.
Well, do we know where he is?
Yeah, we know, don't we?
He is with the other spies, though. So Fel left Thunderscrum with the Vivianites, and then Kara, the human monk who was with them, is a Vivianite and left with them, or rather, Fel fucking murdered her, and then the Vivianites brought her back to life.
As you do.
Yeah, because he's pro Emperor and Henry being a god, and she was anti, which was part of why the campaign collapsed. Because, yeah, anyway. Then Spike, about a week before Fel disappeared, he just kind of walked into the snow one day, and no one knows where he is. And he was replaced by a monk who spoke very similar to him, shockingly. But the monk also may or may not have been arrested by Vivianites, I don't remember.
Damn.
Right.
He may have also just continued to live in Thunderscrim, I don't remember. They also had a detective friend who was a different guy, who was a native to Thunderscrim. I don't remember what happened to him either. It's been so long since...
Hey, listeners, tell us what happened.
Yeah, I'll have to go read my notes.
Yeah,
His name was Stick, by the way.
So we got to find this Warforged. That's really number one thing.
Yes.
And we get these souls' bodies. Find my family. He should be with Fel. So I interrogate, talk to Fel. You talk to the Warforged. You get a look inside of him. Find my family. Yagami and Yagami and how do you pronounce your name? Ahmed, Lizard Lady. Also, yeah, that's what I said, Ring Lady. They both get bodies, and then we're good to go. So I guess let's go find Fel and his robot.
Did you ever meet Spike, Pale?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think it might have just been Fel there.
Yeah, I think I met Fel like twice.
Yeah. Never mind.
So I want to murder him.
Yeah. Here, okay. So, let me do some map math if we're going to fast track the trip. If Bastion's working on a robot while, I guess, Pale's asleep. I haven't looked at this map in a long time. Okay, so I figured...
Getting people why as we go.
Oh my god.
But only every 3 days.
Yeah, it's... I think actually, if it's any CR1 creature or a sentient, like a person. So you could kill like a... As I don't remember what beast would be a CR1, but let's just say you guys will be attacked on the road by raiders. You'll run into monsters in a forest, but it's all small shit that you guys are able to handle being level 10. So you would, maybe there'd be a day or two where the sword would go hungry, but mostly Pale, being adventurers and being in a fantasy realm, you can't go to the beach without getting attacked by giant crabs. So you would find things to murder. But I'm trying to remember, are the map squares every 10 miles or 30 miles? I think it was like an inch equals 25, but I'm not sure. I'm just trying to count days that it would take you guys. It would take you 9 days to get to Golgri. Is that where you're trying to go?
That's where the spies are, right?
Currently, yes.
Then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So 9 days.
And while I'm not working on that, or I guess, so the bodies is done, right? Mm-hmm. Have I made 2?
You could, with all the scrap metal that you have.
I'd like to make a little rune, actually. The perma body for my familiar.
Okay, yeah. That could be easily done. So if it's 378 when you get to Nagamesh, it'll be day 387 when you get to Golgari. And then I guess, I don't know, mark off 5 gold for traveling expenses.
Yeah, will do.
Yeah, but you arrive in Golgari, the shining star of a city, gold-capped council chambers high above the sprawling masses.
I believe it's time to get this bread.
How do you go about finding them in a city this large, knowing that they eventually meet up with August? I'd say is probably the only thing you know.
With a Vivianite right now, right?
He's with a Vivianite and another robot.
We just ask around, say, hey, have you seen Vivianites around here? And one of them with a robot, big old metal man.
Looks like me.
Yeah, just point at Bastion. Looks like that.
I had to say, yeah, you stop like a cheesemaker on the road. Has like a little wheelbarrow full of rolls of cheese, and as you say, looking for a man with a robot. And they look at Bastion's feet, up to Bastion. It's assuming you described Fel as like, because half giants are pretty rare down in Golgari.
I actually describe his height because it's not offensive to describe heights here.
Yeah, he's 10'2", so he's 3 inches taller than August, who's only 9'11", and so everyone teases August that he's not a full giant because he's not 11 feet tall.
What a manlet.
Yeah, a manlet being. Yeah. They would, speaking of giants and strange magic, they would point you in the direction of August's lab. This is a town of 1 million people. This cheesemaker probably hasn't seen them, but they know that because August used to be the ambassador to Thunderscrim, and they probably know about it since they very recently had the Golgari Thunderscrim Highway Announcement Festival that was broken up by terrorists who were secretly hired by Donald Denham and then thwarted by who would become the Macadian Rejects.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, yeah. That sucks.
So I guess we head over to the lab?
Yeah, and you know where it is because you've been there before. It is a simple steel and stone building, unremarkable except for the 11-foot tall door.
Yup.
Isn't this guy a bomb? Doesn't he, like, blow something up?
Or fell.
Am I just misremembering?
I guess or fell because I mean Garfield blows stuff up, but he just does that because he's trying to fix things, and that's how he fixes. Fells, I think, gets accused of helping steal a mech. So they're making mechs, or they're trying to make mechs to copy other place. And August helped banish Vecna, but he's like the magic arm there, where Vic was like the anti-magic.
Okay.
Vic is one about explosives. August is the one who didn't have explosives. That's it was in his lab outside the universe that you heard Gond.
Okay.
That really big traumatic thing where everyone heard Gond talk for the first time in what, like 1,000 years?
Yeah. I did that.
Meanwhile, everyone else, I'm in danger.
Sorry, was that God?
It's like, wait, excuse me, was that, who was that? Bastion. My dad.
Oh, on Gond?
On God!
You can't keep getting away with it.
Yeah, I do remember. I do remember doing that. I did that. That was me.
Picturing Bastion, like the kids, like, my uncle works at Microsoft. He said the Xbox 720 is coming out. Bastion is the Xbox 720 and the kid.
Oh my god. Yeah, they just haven't put the manufacturing sticker on him. Bless you.
Thank you.
So I guess we just go and knock. I changed my hair color to pink.
Pink. Okay. How long can you guys keep playing? Because it is 9:06.
Probably have to head off soon because I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's pick up with knocking on August's door next time.
Knock.
Knocking on August's door. Yep.
It's okay. You can laugh. It was funny.
Hey, it's your GM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Charlotte, Darian, Matt, Jeremiah, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at @Illithids, and thank you especially for listening.
And we never read.
It's so cool.
It's so, what was it? Pog?
Oh my god.
Hulk, have you seen the Chuck E. Cheese going poggers?
Oh.
Here, I'll bless you.
I don't know what's a blessing.
Poggers.
This sounds curse already.
What is this Thomas the Tank Engine game?
Oh, that's yeah, that's Thomas the Tank Engine if you were a Land Raider in 40K.
Oh my god.
And he worked for Chaos.
Yes, I saw some chaos-like art, but yeah.
Yeah, because you said like Chaos Machines earlier, and they're Chaos Engines. What, is that the Iron Warriors or Iron Hands? Iron Warriors.
Iron Warriors. Iron Hands is the Imperium.
Yeah, with their Primarch, Ferrus Manus. Who'd have thunk?
Yeah.
Iron Man!
But yeah, it's the Iron Warriors, they're like, yeah, we're Chaos. We're gonna take demons and shove them into robots. Oh, what if you guys did do that?
The monkey lava.
No. I refuse.
Bailey, don't. You know what? Look into it. Look into it. See, literally the worst thing.
All I know is what Demonculaba was. They tried to make. They tried to make female space marines, and it got really fucked up. That's all I know about it.
No.
It's much worse.
Something else?
Yeah.
Oh.
At least some people on that planet ate really well.
Proceeds to open a tab in Google.
Oh no.
Oh, don't do that to yourself. Watch a video on it. I wonder if there's the Monkey Lava ASMR.
God, I hope so.
Oh, that's where I got confused. They tried to put They tried to put Marines inside of a woman.
They sure did.
They did.
No, they tried to make a.
Is that a Caiaphas Cain book?
No.
Hero of the Imperium.
Caiaphas Cain, hero of the Imperium. What the fuck does Martius call him?
Oh god, I don't remember.
Are you also a piece of shit?
A reverse C-section? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You put a woman in there, and then demons infest her, and they shit out a space marine.
But the space marines don't have skin, so then they overfeed people, then they take their skin, so that the space marine can wear it.
Oh my god.
But when they're born, the space marines are all actually loyalists, because gene seed fuckery.
Yeah.
So they have to be re-chaos, so there's also a sewer system full of skinless, loyalist space marines.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's almost as bad as the
writing of Matt Ward with the Ultramarines. Am I right, ladies?
Well, no. There's the book where the Imperial Fists are threatened, like they're implied to be really into scat.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Well, because they can gain the memories, so it's... Yeah. I still think the best thing in any 40k was when, I forget what, I think it was the Inquisition. So the Inquisition of Granus got a Drakari. The Drakari's like, you can't torture me, I'm made of pain. So they put him in a sensory deprivation chamber.
Ugh.
It's like a being that thrives on emotion can't feel anything. It's like that's the Imperium I know and love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so
Well-
how do we make a Demonculaba to put King Henry into so he comes out?
Bailey, can we add to Bastion's make list to Demonculaba?
If you can put that on your own list, I'm not having any part of that.
But why? How else
Go-
is Yagami gonna get his soul?
Go find a woman who will do that consensually, and then I will let you do it.
So what's Erica the half-orc librarian into?
You leave her out of this.
Yeah, so you're gonna birth
She's not a librarian. She's a school teacher.
tomato, tomato. In a small town, it's all the same. We all see holes.
True. What holes have you seen? Mm.
I've only seen the
Shia LaBeouf.
movie. I heard it was really good.
Ah, it's so good. Warms my cold dead heart. There's that one guy that's not famous anymore.
God, it was good.
Him too.
Mood,
Like,
brother, that's what he calls him. He goes, "Are you also a piece of shit?" And he goes, yes, Mood, brother.
I like how, without the rogue and the bard, we went off the rails.
I was about to say,